Okay, so I'm gonna make another one of these tonight. Um, Picking up where I left off about how, um, a lot of things were sucky and there were a lot of things I didn't know about. Um, yeah. So as I said about things, being used against me or me getting in trouble a lot, I will say I was not an angelic child. I did do some stupid stuff. Then again, what child and teenager doesn't do stupid shit? No. I've never met a teenager that hasn't done something stupid. Um, but I want to talk more about the punishments I got. So, um, one of the ones I more commonly got was writing sentences. Dear God, my hands hurt after that. It made me hate writing for the longest time. Between writing sentences, being spanked, I did have a wooden spoon broken over my ass. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Like when I tell you it was broken over my ass, it broke in half. I still remember that to this day, and it still hurts to think about it. My dad did use a belt on me occasionally when I acted out. That still hurts to this day. My ass still hurts from thinking about that. I mean, damn. Because, he spanked pretty hard. Jesus. Like, yeah. He would spank hard enough that it would bruise. I mean, damn. Like, my ass would hurt. Um, There's one punishment that also sticks out to me. I said something I wasn't supposed to, and I had to drink, I think it was a tablespoon or a couple tablespoons of that when I say gross behind apple cider vinegar. I had a freaking stomach ache all night. Like, I could not sleep. My mom had to stay up with me because my stomach was killing me. Like, I say killing me, I mean killing me. Um, so yeah, my dad did that one. Um, oh, mustard. So I can't stand mustard to this day. I also had to have a spoonful of mustard. But never soap. It was always mustard or vinegar. And Jesus, I like vinegar now, but it took me years to get over my fear of vinegar after that one incident or one punishment. Um, Being grounded. Jesus, that was a common one. I hated that one. I was grounded so often. You guys know Butters from South Park? Honestly, there were days I felt like Butters. Looking back, I was like, Jesus, I was Butters in real life. Um, Sitting on your tippy toes, nose in a corner. Jesus, that one hurt. Because you had to have your nose in a circle. I hated that one with a burning passion. Switch. If anybody knows, I'm sure people that are old enough know what a Switch is. Not like the gaming system, but like a small branch. Had my ass beat with those. Those hurt. Got hit so hard with one. Um, that like it left a mark and it was kind of bleeding a bit. That one hurt. Sitting in a corner and missing out on things while everybody else got to do said things around me and I wasn't allowed to look behind me, watch TV, or do any of that. Grounded from electronics. Popped across the mouth. So growing up, I honestly, and to this day, I still feel like everything I do and did was wrong and it wasn't good enough. And my parents say now, we were teaching you right from wrong. I get that. But with your divorce fucking everything up and I guess you could say basically traumatizing me because for the longest time I could not stand the word divorce. I could not stand to hear it. I would call it the D word. So everyone thought I meant damn. No, I did not mean damn. I meant divorce. I could not stand that word for the longest time. Like I would refer to it as the D word. Because that is how much I hated that word. I hated to hear it. Um So yeah, I have a lot of baggage, I guess you could say, from childhood to now, and I'm working on slowly unpacking everything and figuring out who I am, what I want out of life, what I want in life, who I want as a life partner, and stuff like that. Like, I'm finally working through everything, and it's taking time. It's honestly part of the reason I haven't gone to college yet, because I don't think I want to go. You know, it'd be cool to be a vet tech, so if I can do a vet tech program here, probably gonna do it. But as for, like, anything else, probably not. I do like working with animals. Animals bring me a sense of comfort. They always have. Jesus, I've got hiccups. Oh my gosh. Good lord. Stop hiccuping. Oh my goodness. If it's not hiccups, that's yawn. Okay. Anywho, um, so I'm basically old enough now to unpack everything that went on during the divorce, hear everybody's side of the story, hear family members' takes on the story, and put together what I remember to eventually put everything together. Um, and find the truth in the middle. And so far, I found most of the truth in the middle. Um, found a good portion of the truth. Um, the relationship of my parents was never good from the beginning. They both got together to get away from previous relationships, and so they wound up falling in love over that. Not a good idea. Um, so their relationship was bad from the start, honestly. Um, and then, the divorce was messy. At the time, I was like I said, 10. My sibling was like 6, about to be 7. There's a 3-year age gap between us. Um, so there's a whole reason why I did not like my mom's boyfriend after, or right after the divorce, or during the divorce, technically. Um, it's a long ass story. Um, it's partially mine to tell, but partially not mine. So I will tell my part of the story. Um, boyfriend did not like my sibling. Boyfriend was not very pleased with him. Boyfriend didn't like him at all. You know what? That's fine. Because said sibling wanted to be with our dad, which was fine. Because, our dad had said, mom's boyfriend couldn't tell us what to do because he wasn't our actual parent. You know what? That was a bit of a mistake, okay? Um, so this is from my perspective. I don't know what went on, in said room. Um, we're gonna skip to the second event. Um, so I was in my room. My room was at the end of the hallway in the trailer, like in the far back. There's a bathroom. Sibling's room was right next to the bathroom. I was in my bedroom. I think I was drawing or something. This was close to like 9, 10 p.m. So this went on until like my mother took sibling to my dad's house at around 12:30 a.m. Sibling didn't want to go to sleep. It was dark in the room. He didn't like the dark. Um, I offered to go in there and, comfort him and, whatnot. I got told no. Yes, I got told no. So I got frustrated. Um, I wanted to go back to my dad's house with sibling, and I also got told no. I got told to take my ass back in the house. That I will never understand. So yeah. And then after that, we moved, and like my dad couldn't find me. Nobody on my dad's side of the family could find me. They all thought I had died or was murdered or whatnot, you know. So honestly, I will never understand why, I was kept, and I've heard reason after reason after excuse after reason after excuse. I will never understand. I just won't. Something was there that somebody's not telling and somebody's refusing to tell. I don't know on whose side or what, but there's something there that nobody's wanting to talk about, nobody's wanting to open, nobody's wanting to state anything on that. Which to me is a bit stupid because I'm trying to work through my issues, work through everything, and not forgive for those people, but forgive for myself and move on with my life. And I can't do that when people are making it harder and not wanting to just spit out the damn truth about what was going on. You know what? Fine. If you don't want to open up, fine. But don't just keep the truth from me. So I didn't like Mom's boyfriend for tons of reasons. That just being the main one. Man, I had such an off vibe about him. And what's even crazier is that his own family didn't like him. So that should have been a very big red flag. When somebody's family doesn't even like them or want them around, that's a big red flag. Um, so, yeah. Childhood was just rough for me. Most of my early teenage years were rough. And of course, okay, I didn't know I had a Char-Bee in here. Char? Yeah, Char's in the chair. Okay. Um, what was I gonna say? With me being 18 next year, well, in less than 3 months, or right at 3 months, um, I'm trying to work through all my trauma early on so it doesn't affect, if I do decide to have children in the future, I don't accidentally or anything like throw or project my childhood issues and trauma onto them for no apparent reason other than the fact that, I'm an asshole or I didn't take time to work through it before I had children. So I'm trying to work through it as early as possible so that way if I do have kids, they will never have to deal with any of what I dealt with. Because it's not fair to put a kid through anything because you have unresolved issues, unresolved anything, or the fact that you can't just be an adult in general. It's just not right. And I don't care what anybody says. So, like I said, I didn't like Boyfriend at all. I thought Boyfriend was a total dickwad. Um, Honestly, to this day, there are still things I'd like to say to him, to his face, honestly. So I've been writing, I've been doing this like little therapy thing where, people write letters and, it's their choice whether or not to send them or burn them. I'm probably going to burn mine. Just, as a way to basically say, I've rose from what I've came from. I've gotten over my anger about things I can't fix. So I'm probably going to burn those letters. Because there's no point in holding on to pointless things that don't matter anymore. But, you can never fully. You can get over it eventually. It's just, it takes time. And that's what I'm learning is patience. Because me right now is like, I want everything to be over. I want it to be done. I want to be over it. I thought I was over it, and then you realize maybe I'm not over it. Or as over it as I thought I was. So, I've been working through all that. And it's just been one hell of a journey. And I've only been on this planet 17 years. And it's one hell of a journey. With as much as I've been through, you'd think I've been here, 30 years, if not more. Nope, only been here on this planet 17 years. And this is how it's gone so far. And I just sit back and look and go, there are plenty of people that have it worse than me and that have been through more in 17 years than I've been in my entire 17 years. Or, the entire thought process of my existence. But, I'm not downplaying mine or anybody else's trauma because trauma is trauma. It's not a competition. It's not a race to see who's got the most issues because that's just messed up. But I know there are people that have had it worse, and there are people that have it 100 million times better than me and 100 million times worse than me. But trauma is trauma. Everybody needs to work through theirs, and they deserve a chance to heal from it. So that's why I keep talking about mine, is to eventually overcome everything and to hopefully help somebody decide to heal from theirs, not pass it on. But yeah, I think that this is probably going to help a lot of people because, you just never know. Oh my goodness. I am so sleepy. So I think I'm going to end this video, and I'll probably do another one tomorrow, or take a break and do one the next day. Because boy am I tired, but as they say, after finally emptying everything out, you do feel emotionally drained, and they're not wrong. I do feel emotionally drained, but it's better to get it out than sit there and let it fester for years upon years upon years and become a bitter person over it. There's no point in becoming bitter when you can just let it all out. But it's everybody's choice to make. They can either choose to be bitter or they can choose to let it out and grow from it rather than be a bitter butthead. Nobody likes a bitter butthead. Nobody likes butthead in general. So it's best to just let it out and grow. So yeah. Thank you for listening to my rants about my childhood. Makes me feel better, or at least makes me feel like someone cares.